We left our home in South Africa to live and work on a 40-foot catamaran named Annette.
We want to see as many places as possible to experience and share our love for the ocean.
PJ is an underwater and documentary filmmaker.
Roxanne, a lighting and furniture designer.
All Is Well is where we'll share the highs and lows of life at sea. After a mandatory coffee, we weigh anchor and make our way to the neighboring anchorage of Rias where we'll spend the night before heading south to the next ria.
I really love it when I choose a good anchorage, and this is definitely one of them. The anchorages here in the rias in Spain are just incredible. Coming from South Africa, we really don't have a lot of good anchorages on our coastline. Being able to just pop a mile down the coast and just hop from one picturesque, beautiful town to the next one is just incredible, and we're really loving it.
Oh, I bought the biscuit.
What are you making us, and what are you wearing?
Peter said I look like a funny dentist. We don't have an apron or anything yet, and I always spill olive oil on myself. So now I'm wearing this like weird kind of apron slash soon to become our flag that I'm gonna try and like DIY later this evening. So stay tuned. But back to the point, I'm busy frying up some pimientos de padrón. So there's like little small peppers you find in Spain. They're so delicious. You just fry them with a little bit of olive oil and some salt. We're using like fleur de sal because it's nice and rough. Delicious. Look at that char on that baby.
We beach our dinghy and take a look around the unassuming village in hope of finding a breakfast spot. But all we manage are some ancient grain stores on stilts called rias and some less ancient Galician bread. Before we know it, we're back on the beach.
Our little foray into Sardineras, was very short-lived. We didn't really find anywhere that looked great for breakfast or brunch, so we just got some baked goods.
Got the goods.
We're heading back to the boat because the food is normally better there.
There we go. Yeah, this boat is heavy. Nice.
First go, baby. Roxanne busy salvaging the town trip to Sardineras with what seems to be an awesome breakfast on its way.
Making the most of the world's biggest tomato.
Legally, we're supposed to display the flag of the country where the boat is registered off the stern of the boat. But we left Les Sables d'Olonne in such a rush that we never got a chance to find one, which is for the Isle of Man.
Yeah, we couldn't, even if we had a chance, we couldn't find one anyway.
Yeah. So
It's such a niche flag. I mean, we didn't even know what the Isle of Man flag looks like. Turns out...
this is what it looks like.
So the three legs represent the three kings. It's been the same flag since 1932.
Wow, thank you, Roxanne. I didn't know that.
Yeah, some useful flag trivia.
Now we're already working our way down the Galician coast, and we just haven't had a flag flying off the stern of our yacht, and we're the only boat that doesn't have one. I'm getting very self-conscious about it, and we're headed further into Spain, and I'm scared we're gonna get in trouble with the port authorities or customs somewhere.
So what we've decided to do is to make one ourselves. So the best thing we could find in this like super small village so far is a like apron. I could find like a red apron, a white apron, and there's also yellow in it. Like the little spurs of the boots of the 3 legs are yellow. So there's like a yellow shimmy cloth, and then there's like a bread. I cut up our paper from our sandwich this morning, our fresh bread. So I'm gonna try and make like a template or tray something for the legs. So let's see how it goes.
Enjoy.
Snacks.
Back to work. Over it.
Not even halfway. Just over it.
We take a break from Roxanne's DIY sweatshop to air out some bedding, but there's no rest for the wicked aboard this ship. At least I know exactly how to keep this little seamstress motivated.
What you making?
Just because we're living at sea doesn't mean we don't get to have pizza and movie nights. So, quick tip, we used to do this at home too. Just buy frozen pizzas. This is a quattro queijo, 4 cheeses from the store. But I'm going to pimp it up with some mushrooms, some tomatoes, some queijo fresco, anchovies, capers, and all the good stuff, and then pop it in the oven. Yeah, so
Delicious. All the cheesy goodness.
still at it.
Classic perfectionist. Can't like do anything half-assed. So now I've got to pay the price.
Is this what you had in mind when you thought we were gonna go sailing?
Then I'm going to be sewing. Asai. My coffee soos 'n oom. Oh, not having a good day.
I already did a couple of stupid things this morning. Almost broke the jib furler or the whole jib halyard situation off. I mistook the jib sheet for the spinnaker halyard to raise the code 0, and yeah, I had Roxanne winch that on the electric winch, and yeah, almost broke the thing off. Luckily we saw in time. Anyway, code 0 is up. We're headed to Muros, which is the next ria down, and excited to be sailing again. Yeah, downwind, lots of wind all the way. Gonna be some exciting sailing today. Woo! Our neighbors are also leaving, so I think that's a sign. We need to get the hell out of here. The wind is building and building. It's gonna start blowing here really properly today.
Let's go to Muros, baby.
Blowing almost 30 knots now, so yeah, it's pretty proper. At least we're very sheltered, so it's not, there's no sea, it's not rough at all, it's just very windy. Luckily we're going downwind. We put up the code 0, but it's too windy for that, so we're just going to fly the jib, no main. Yeah, it should be enough. And yeah, we're not racing, we just want to have a good time and be comfortable and make some breakfast, so we're just going to put out the jib.
Welcome to Roxanne's Recipes. I think about food all day, every day. In case it wasn't obvious, I am gonna make some smoothies for breakfast while we're under sail now. I found some fresh blueberries, and I was so happy, like how amazing. So, and they're usually my go-tos. I add blueberries, banana, which I've frozen, so like hot tip. If you have bananas that are starting to go overripe, quickly chop them up and freeze them in like portions. Then you can just take them out and use them for smoothies and baking and stuff. So I add blueberries, bananas, a nut butter, any kind of nut butter, peanut butter, macadamia nut butter, whatever your nut choice is, some chia seeds, cinnamon, and then you can use milk. I've started using just water because we don't always have milk, and it actually works perfectly. And then it's coincidentally vegan as well, if that's a thing. So enjoy.
Cheers, sailing smoothies.
Sailing smoothies. Cheers.
Got about 20 to 25 knots of wind. Some really excellent sailing. It's nice and flat here in the bay, but yeah, the wind is blowing nice and hard. Geez, it's almost 30 knots now. We've just got the jib up and we're doing 6.5 knots. We should be there in no time.
With a stiff breeze blowing us down the coast, we buckle up for what promises to be a fast ride to our next stop, the town of Muros. But while I'm having the time of my life on deck, my crew is nowhere to be found.
Still here, still at it, still going, not so strong anymore though. But I have to say it's a little bit more tricky doing this while we're under sail.
The wind has been a bit finicky. It was like super strong when we left Fisterra, and then it died down a bit, but just enough for me to put out the code 0, and now it's picking up, but still between like 16 and 20 knots, but we're flying along now. We're doing like 8-9 knots, which is awesome, just with the code 0 out. Yeah, excellent. We're just busy headed into the ria of Muros now. The wind has picked up again, like quite a lot. I've just got the head sail out. We're just busy following a monohull in here. I'm quite impressed by how our net is beating into the wind, even just with the head sail up. I'm not just bashing straight into the wind, I'm just going to try and tack my way up in here.
We enter the Ria of Muros and tack our way into the wind until we finally see our next stop, the town and marina of Muros, where we'll spend the next few days. We drop anchor between a couple of yachts against a beautiful backdrop as we try to raise the marina on the VHF.
We just arrived in Muros, but the marina is on siesta until 4, so they can't help us to come alongside. So we've just quickly anchored in front of the town. It's beautiful. It looks like such a nice town. The anchorage is really busy, and the wind is blowing pretty strongly. So yeah, I'm pretty eager to get into the marina and tie up. It's a really fun sail, some strong wind, but all from behind, so we flew here.
And we made delicious sandwiches.
And Roxanne made us some epic sandwiches. Thank you, Roxanne. And she's still busy with the flag, but it's almost done. Yo, yo, yo.
Let's go to Muros, baby.
Okay, so
Wie dit skree nie. Okay. I really love we're in the okay. We had a bit of a situation. Stupid in here. I don't know.
we should nie brand nie. My Mary make ons squinky brand nie.
We just left
Also, can we just get a shout out to our cute love mics? They look like minions.
Hello.
I think food is... Okay, ek het oor begin. I wish... Het lyk of die labs af is. Hoekom sal dit wees? Toets. Weet jy gaan my doodmaak, want dit is actually rarig boring, so ek sê jammer ek neem dit af. Ek's klaar spyt, maar nou het ek begin, nou moet ek maar klaar maak.
Dit sal alles weer hoor doen.